It's Here First from IPR. I'm Megan McKinney. Iowa is ranked 10th in the nation for child well-being, and the courts are going to have to decide what to do with scholarship money left behind for Black college students at the University of Iowa. It's Monday, June 8th. Rob Sand held his first campaign rally last night as the official Democratic nominee for Iowa governor. IPR's Katerina Sostarek reports.
Sand says the two-party political system isn't working for the state, and Iowans are ready for change after 10 years of single-party rule by Republicans. He says his opponent, Republican businessman Zach Lane, would continue one-party control of state government. And Sand says Lane lives in Kansas. Lane has a home in Kansas and says he often flies his own plane there to spend time with children he and his wife have from previous marriages.
What he is saying when he says that he will change his living situation is that he does not presently live in Iowa enough to do the job of governor. In which case, I would like to quote to him one of his own ads. Iowa jobs are for Iowans. And that includes governor!
Sand says he knows he can win the race because he's ahead in the polls and in fundraising, and because he's building a cross-party coalition. I'm Katerina Sostarek, IPR News.
The Iowa Supreme Court is rejecting a proposal from the University of Iowa to change a scholarship directed toward Black students, but says changes to the award are necessary. The scholarship was created by a now-deceased Black chemistry professor named Ezra Taunton, who wanted to support Black students studying the physical sciences. The university wanted to switch the scholarship to first-generation students to comply with a U.S. Supreme Court ruling on race in higher education. The Iowa court says that change goes against the donor's intent, but the justices also recognize the race-based restriction could lead to legal challenges. Mark Stringer is the executive director of the ACLU of Iowa.
Repurposing Dr. Taunton's gift to students who were the first person in their family to attend college would have actually had the effect of diluting its potential benefit to Black students.
The case will go back to a lower court to decide what to do with the funds. The justices recommended the lower court could release the restriction or send the money to another institution without the restriction. 24 organizations, including 2 that help farmers in Iowa, are suing the USDA after it canceled grants worth millions of dollars in March. Here's more from IPR's Rachel Kramer.
The USDA selected Iowa Valley RC&D and Sustainable Iowa Land Trust in 2023 to receive 5-year grants through the new Increasing Land, Capital, and Market Access program. The USDA notified the nonprofits in March that it was canceling the grants within days and made references to discriminatory preferences based on diversity, equity, and inclusion. Sustainable Iowa Land Trust, Iowa Valley RC&D, and other plaintiffs say those claims are false and that the USDA illegally canceled funding. The 2 organizations had planned to use the funding for programs that would give new and beginning farmers access to land and assistance for crop and business planning. I'm Rachel Kramer, IPR News.
Iowa has ranked 10th in the nation for child well-being in the latest annual Kids Count report. The report by the Annie E. Casey Foundation looks at 16 economic, education, health, and community indicators. Ann Disher is the executive director of Common Good Iowa. She says, though Iowa is still ranked high, the report is concerning to her because the state's rank has been declining across a number of indicators, especially in education.
We still are better than average on many indicators, but the trends are not promising. In some cases, it's that the nation as a whole made progress where we were static, right? And in some cases, we've seen declines.
The report finds nearly 3/4 of Iowa 8th graders are below proficiency levels in math. The same is true for 4th graders in reading. You're listening to Here First from IPR. I'm Megan McKinney. Thanks for listening. How was your weekend? It got humid again, didn't it? I hope you have a great Monday. Talk tomorrow.